wanted to take a second while we ain't busy to give y'all a little look at the car shop we got built here in Lexington, South Carolina, and talk a little bit about what we got going on and the overhead behind it, which is the craziest part. We're paying $125 a month to be in this location. And I'm gonna talk about that a little bit. I'm gonna give y'all a little look at the inventory, and we're gonna have a conversation while I do so. And we'll start over here with like a little bit of binders and stuff like that, the bulk. We try to keep a little bit of older bulk for people to dig through in the shop, just because people like to complete sets, people enjoy the different artworks and stuff. Okay, how am I able to get this for $125 a month? Let's start there. I split it with somebody. We pay $250 for this location. It's in a flea market setting. We're on a main highway in Lexington, South Carolina, for $125 a month. There's a couple commercial buildings around me that I'm sure are paying $5,000 to $10,000 a month. So it's prime location. The overhead is amazing. So let's get into the card inventory a little bit. And while we do that, let y'all take a little look at what we got in stock right now. I want to have a serious conversation with everybody. The card market has been corrected. A lot of these cards were shooting up like crazy, and my opinion and my guess on to why they were is because you were able to run into stores and readily buy product for more than what it was worth. You were able to buy these boxes and walk out into the parking lot, and they were worth twice what you paid for them in the store, which is abnormal, but it was what was going on in the moment in time. Well, a lot of these people that were able to go in stores or either new employees that worked at the stores, and they were able to go in there and get these boxes and sell them in the parking lot, throw them on Marketplace. They started thinking that they were Pokemon card vendors. They started thinking that they knew what they were doing. They started vending shows and buying up a bunch of cards at way too much, paying 80%, 85%, because they're competing with everybody at these shows. Well, now you can't go in the store as often and find this product, and that will change whenever the 30th comes out. It's going to be right back to the same thing. You're going to be able to go in the store. If you can find products, they're going to be worth 2 or 3 times as much in the parking lot, and they're going to be right back at it again. But they're going to have an issue this time. There's going to be more people doing it. The collectors are going to be lined up also. We have booster packs in the store for $6, booster box for $180. We don't have a lot of other sealed other than that, because we're not pieces of shit that buy the product at the store and try to charge you 3 times as much. We also do not do business with people that do that. So for that reason, that's the majority of the sealed we have in the shop are the $6 packs and the $180 booster boxes. So anyways, back to what I was saying. A lot of those people that bought those cards because they thought that they were Pokemon resellers because they knew how to scalp or had an inside at the store, they haven't recently been able to get a lot of stuff because it's mostly perfect order, it's mostly Chaos Rising, it's mostly Pitch Black, which you can't make money off of that. So they started moving out of the hobby. Momentarily, of course. Like I said, they'll attempt to come back whenever you can easily scalp again. But you had a lot of their cards hit the open market, pushed the price down a little bit. You had summertime hit, that pushed the price down a little bit. And it should start picking back up a little bit as the winter comes. It should start picking back up. The prices should start kind of stabilizing, if not maybe going back up a little bit. But a lot of people, they have been sitting on a lot of these cards as the market has been dropping. And they're either upside down in the cards or they're locked into their profits. What we do here, the way that we operate, we blow through this stuff. It's coming in, it's coming out. A lot of these cards we've got within the last week or two, the prices that we bought them at are pretty much so what they still are. We don't necessarily feel a lot of the market downturn that a lot of people just ran into. If you want to be able to buy cards for a good price, if instead of paying 100% or 110%, if you want to be able to buy cards for a good price, message me on Instagram. I'm going to leave the link in the comments. I'm going to pop the Instagram up right here. Message me on there. Build a little relationship. You're going to have to pay for the card before it's sent. Like, no doubt, if your plans are to try to scam us out of money, it's just, don't waste your time. Like, you're going to have to pay for the card before it's sent. If you're okay doing that, we'll sell you cards at 80 to 85%. For the regular average collector out there, if you want to be able to buy cards for 80 to 85%, contact me on Instagram and quit letting people rip you off. Start shopping with us and take your collection to another level. Like, we're all working with a budget for our collection. Like, get as much for your money as you possibly can. That's the goal with all this. But anyways, I just wanted to take a little second to kind of show y'all around the shop. Like I said, we're paying $125 a month for this location, splitting it with my homeboy who's not here today because he's a school teacher and hadn't got out yet. So that's what we got going on. Lexington, South Carolina. Open Thursday through Sunday. If you're in the area, get with me. Figure out how to stop by. If you're not in the area, like I said, get with us on Instagram. We'll figure out how to get you cards for way cheaper than you've ever gotten them before and grow your collection to what it can be. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next video. And we'll see you on the next one.